Hello, students. Welcome to a new week. This week, we are going to talk about imagined situations in the past. We are going to cover a topic related with the third conditional. In a previous class, we were talking about the second conditional and also about real conditionals, zero and first. But now we are talking about imaginary situations that may occur or might have been occurred in the past. We are going to talk also about verbs, remembering verbs, those ones that we use when we are talking about the past, also when we remember or remind something, and how to use past participles, and a review of some tenses. Remember, this is an English class for my group of CEL 009 and LC 007 at ITSA. I'm Nilton Miranda, and we are going to start. Well, we are going to start with remembering. We use some verbs to talk about things that we have in mind again. For example, we use remember, forget, or remind plus to plus a verb when there is something important that you need or you needed to do. For example, we use remember or remind plus to followed by the thing that you need to do. I remembered to call her. I remembered to call her. I also use remember or remind followed by the person who needs to do it. For example, please remind me to call her. En esta sección, jóvenes, recordemos, tenemos los verbos remember, recordar, forget, olvidar o remind. Cuando los acompañamos con to y otro verbo, generalmente estamos recordando que hay algo importante que necesitamos hacer o que necesitábamos hacer. Puedes usarlo en presente o en pasado. En el primer ejemplo, I remembered to call her. Utilizo el to básicamente cuando luego de remember, forget or remind voy a usar un verbo. I remembered to call her. I remembered to complete this lesson. I remembered to upload all the videos for the lesson. Or I forgot to check the quizzes. I forgot to check the quizzes. En todos esos ejemplos estuve usando remember or forget más to más un verbo adicional para recordar aquello que necesito hacer o que necesitaba hacer. We use remind, remember, or forget plus a person who needs to do it. For example, please remind me to call her. Cuando no estoy mencionando inmediatamente lo que necesito recordar, sino que voy a señalar a quién necesita recordarlo o hacerlo, entonces utilizo un object pronoun. Me, you, him, her, us, you, them, para poder completar la frase. Remind me, remember you, I remembered you to do it. Y luego del object pronoun utilizamos la acción que necesitamos que recuerde o que olvide. ¿Ok? Now, we use remember plus forget or remind plus an ing form when we are thinking about actions, events, or feelings in the past. In this case, you are talking about this situation. For example, I remember hearing that song when I met you. I remember hearing that song when I met you. In this case, I'm not doing the action, I don't remember, and then do the action. I just remember doing the action in the past. Okay. La diferencia entre usar to o el ing form básicamente es que cuando uso to más un verbo, yo primero recuerdo para poder hacer la acción. En el caso de usar ing, yo simplemente estoy haciendo una recapitulación. Yo ahora me acuerdo de que ya hice la acción ya ocurrió primero y ahora simplemente la estoy rememorando, la estoy recordando. Cuando digo I remember hearing that song, significa que ya yo escuché la canción antes y ahora me estoy acordando de haberla escuchado. I remember hearing that song when I met you. Another example, uh, I forgot doing the quiz. I forgot doing the quiz. Eso significa que a mí se me olvidó o me olvidé de haber hecho el quiz. Ya el quiz pasó, ya el haberlo hecho, ya lo hice, pero ahora mismo se me había olvidado que ya yo lo había realizado. Es diferente si yo digo I remember or I forgot to do the quiz. I forgot to do the quiz. Yo me olvidé hacerlo, no lo tuve en cuenta. Pero si digo I forgot doing the quiz, significa que yo lo hice y se me olvidó. Now, let's remember, talking about remembering, let's remember second conditional. That was our class last week. Okay, the week before Holy Week. We can use it, remember, to talk about things in the future or present that are probably not going to be true, like dreams. Remember, second conditional is an unreal conditional when we are talking about present or future probabilities that are not going to happen. For example, if we went to ITSA, classes would be easier. Yes, definitely. If we went to ITSA, classes would be easier. En este caso, si fuésemos a ITSA, las clases serían más fáciles. It's a present or future probability, but we know we are not going to ITSA. It's not going to happen because we are isolated by the quarantine. Now, remember, we can use the second conditional to talk about something in the present which is impossible because it's not true. If I had her number, I would call her. I'm so sorry I don't have her number, so I cannot call her. Here we have the if clause that, remember, is in simple past. If we went, if I had her number, and the main clause or result is would plus the verb. Classes would be easier. I would call her. I can use also some modal verbs like might or could to create the main clause. Let's practice a little. Remember, in the second conditional, we use sentences with if plus past simple to talk about the imaginary situation in the present or future. We usually use would plus the verb in the main clause to talk about an imaginary result, as I told you in the last slide. Now, let's practice a little bit. Complete second conditional sentences. We have here some sentences, actually 4 sentences, and I need to complete them with the verbs in brackets. So, remember, one of them is gonna be in simple past and the other in future or conditional would plus the verb. Remember, if clause, always simple past. So number 1 doesn't start with the if clause, so I have to use would. En la número 1, como nos damos cuenta, no es la parte de if, no es la frase que comienza con if, por lo tanto no puede ir en pasado. Esa tiene que ser el resultado, por lo tanto debo usar would. So, my brother would buy a sport card if clause always in simple past. If he had the money. Remember, if clause, simple past, result, would plus the verb. So, number 2, if we had judged, we would sail the 7 seas. Number 3, she, again, result at the beginning, and in this case is negative. So, she wouldn't talk to you if she were mad at you. Remember, when we are talking about the second conditional, we use the past form. But here, remember, there is a specific case. We use were in all persons, in every person, with every person in the simple past. So if she were, we know if she was. But in this case, with conditionals, we use more were rather than was. So, she wouldn't talk to you if she were mad at you. Recordemos que en el caso del condicional, normalmente el pasado del verbo to be debería ser was para ella. Sin embargo, hay una condición especial. Cuando estamos hablando de condicionales, se prefiere utilizar la forma de were para todas las personas. ¿Ok? Recuerden eso. And number 4, we would help you. We would help you if we knew how. If we knew how. Remember, you need to practice again regular and irregular verbs and also past participle verbs, regular verbs in the past. To complete these expressions, you need to learn them by heart. Okay? So please go again to irregular verbs and check them out before the quiz. See you.